All right, Cody, thank you. And we're starting off with some breaking news this morning. An Emirates Airlines plane caught fire after crash landing at Dubai International Airport. Video posted online shows the plane coming in and then black smoke billowing from the jetliner moments after, which looks like it's sitting on its belly on the runway. The Boeing 777, which was coming from India, was carrying 300 passengers and crew at the time of the incident. Good news is everyone on board safely got out of the burning plane. The cause of the crash and the fire is under investigation now this morning. Well, longtime CHP officers are calling Tuesday's deadly bus crash on Highway 99 one of the most horrific they've ever seen. Investigators are now trying to figure out what caused this charter bus to slam into a road sign yesterday morning near Hammond Avenue in Livingston, about 10 miles south of Turlock. 5 people died in the crash. 16 others are injured. The 6 most seriously injured people are out of critical condition this morning. Adrian Moore has the latest on the investigation.
The loss of life is significant here.
A nearly unrecognizable bus is among the twisted metal and shattered glass littering Highway 99.
It was every type of injury you could think on this.
5 passengers were killed when the CHP says a highway pole sliced its way through the center of the bus, which was traveling from Mexico to Washington State. Of the 25 people on board at the time, 16 were hurt. Some were taken to hospitals in Merced and Turlock.
The injuries ranged anywhere from head, neck, and the majority were orthopedic related.
Many others had to be airlifted from the scene, including the driver, who's been identified as 57-year-old Mario Vasquez.
We're going to look at the driver, where he's coming from, how long he's been driving, logbooks, driver status. We're going to look at passenger statements.
While investigators say most of the passengers were Mexican nationals, including some minors, crews are now left to sort through the evidence from this deadly journey and figure out what went wrong.
We only have one shot at making sure that the evidence is successfully captured.
Investigators tell us it likely will take several months before a final report on what caused the crash will be completed. Our sister station, CBS 13, has learned this exact bus had issues with its brake warning system as recently as last April. Federal records show inspectors found that this bus had no or a defective brake warning device. It warns the driver if there's an issue with the brakes. In February of 2015, a driver for this same bus was caught driving with a suspended license, but we don't know if that was the same driver who was at the wheel in yesterday's crash. CAL FIRE says it has stopped forward progress on the 520-acre 99 fire south of Chico. There are road closures in the area, but crews say the fire is mainly burning vegetation near the Butte County landfill. The fire is now 60% contained, but firefighters expect to make significant progress overnight. Containment is also growing on the 2,100-acre Goose Fire in Fresno County. 3 homes have burned. 400 other homes and other buildings are still threatened by the fire that broke out on Saturday. Crews have that fire 60% contained as well. People are being allowed to go home, but are on notice for future evacuations if those conditions change. Officials have pinpointed the cause of the raging wildfire in Monterey County. Investigators say the Sobranes fire was caused by an illegal campfire that was left unattended. The blaze has charred more than 44,000 acres, destroying 57 homes, causing 1 death and leaving thousands of people displaced because of mandatory evacuations. Now with 25% containment, dozens of remote Carmel Valley residents are allowed to go back home.
And the first time I get to see my house to see if it's still intact and if anything's missing or not, and I believe it's going to be okay.
Crews are now working in the Carmel area to repair damaged power lines near the fire lines. PG&E has identified at least 70 power poles in the burn zone that need to be replaced. Workers are checking each one of them one by one. Miami-Dade County is working to combat the Zika virus after a 15th case of the locally transmitted virus is diagnosed in South Florida. County officials are taking their assault on the virus to the air, scheduling insecticide spraying over a 10-square-mile area surrounding the so-called Zika zone. The Centers for Disease Control says mosquitoes spreading the virus in Miami are proving more difficult to eradicate than expected.
We're not seeing the number of mosquitoes come down as rapidly as we would have liked. That could be because they're resistant to the insecticides being used, or that they're still standing water that they're breathing in.
In February, President Obama requested $2 billion in emergency Zika funding, but Congress left Washington for a summer break without taking any further action on it. Well, rapidly growing wildfires charred about 1,700 acres in Yolo County. As we were telling you, the cold fire started just after 5 o'clock last night off of Highway 128 west of Winters. That's where we find Sean Bennett this morning. He's live from Highway 128 with more on the fire. Sean?
Yeah, good morning, Marianne. We'll begin with the new information. The fire has now grown, according to CAL FIRE, from 1,700 acres to 2,200 acres and is now 5% contained as of day 2. Behind me, CHP has the road block up. This is the intersection of Pleasance Valley Road and Highway 128. If you are a resident, this is where you will have to stop. Only CAL FIRE and fire agencies will continue up the road. Show you some video of this fire. These flames you could see for a long mile away, plumes of smoke you could also see. This is what we know so far as of day 2 of this fire. 35 people are out of their homes as the fire continues to burn. Now, both Golden Bear Estates and Canyon Creek Resort have been evacuated. More than 500 firefighters worked into the night battling those flames. Now, their biggest concern, keeping the fire on the north side of Highway 128. Part of the highway is shut down from Pleasance Valley Road to Markley Cove Road. Meanwhile, CAL FIRE Captain Russell West says the dry weather is only making conditions worse.
There's fires all over the state right now, so we're trying to get resources as fast as we can to get here. The drought's not helping, and everything's tinder dry out there, so it's not helping with the fire spread.
Several residents left while the evacuations were still voluntary, and those residents say they weren't taking any chances with their lives. Again, CAL FIRE now reporting that the acreage has grown to 2,200 acres and is now 5% contained. Marianne, back over to you.
All right, Sean Bennett there this morning. Thanks, Sean. 5:06 now. Cody Stark in this morning, checking the forecast for you. Hey, Cody.
You got it. You got it. Looks like a heat up today is in store for us. So we're looking at temperatures pushing in triple digits in a lot of spots here in the valley. 62 is your current temperature in Sacramento, 61 in Stockton. We got 70 in Auburn, 36 in Truckee. Here's your current wind speeds, 8-mile-an-hour sustained winds right now in Sacramento, 6 in San Francisco. We are expecting to see winds in San Francisco gusting up to 30 miles per hour, and that is getting blown into the valley. The deal is, though, that the way those winds are going, it's really blowing that smoke into the northern ends of the San Joaquin Valley and Kern County as well. So they got a couple different fires, so the air quality is pretty poor in that neck of the woods. So this air quality alert goes until this afternoon at least. Now, we do have the onshore flow, but the other part of the equation, the marine layer, is not as thick as yesterday. So that's going to add a couple degrees to the temperatures today. It's only about 1,200 feet thick. Yesterday it was about 2,000 feet thick. So eventually we'll get the cooler air back in here. We'll start to get that marine layer churned up again. It just won't be today. 98 in Patterson today, 96 in Manteca, 96 in Tracy, 97 in Stockton. Sacramento is going to hit 98, 99 Roseville, 99 in Folsom. Here's your extended forecast. So we'll drop 10 degrees tomorrow. I wish we dropped 10 pounds. 87 on Friday, 88 on Saturday, 92 on Sunday. 10 degrees, not 10